Of Burlington, a quiet little city nestled in the Green Mountains of Vermont and Lake Champlain. But this is no ordinary lake. They say a monster resides in here. I plan on finding out what exactly this monster is and if it even exists at all. My journey will begin here at the Burlington Echo Center. I walked around for about an hour and a half looking for a Champ exhibit. This was all I could find. It had a good amount of information, but I needed more. I decided to interview an employee.
Some people say that Champ is a very large sturgeon, or a group of very large sturgeon. Some people say he's a plesiosaur left over from the Jurassic period. And some people say he is actually just a log that's caught in the lake and moves along. And some kids just think he's, the mascot of the Lake Monsters baseball game. I really want to believe in Champ. I love the fact that nobody's been able to disprove or prove. There's both sides. One says, how can no body parts have ever been washed up? And the other side says, how can it not be true when over 300 people have had documented sightings of him? So I like to believe in Champ.
With lake monsters such as this, it wouldn't be hard to believe that such another monster could live in Lake Champlain. But I decided to get the perspective of a non-believer.
Well, basically, I think that it's sort of ridiculous to assume that a monster, or at least a relative of monsters, which are from such a long time ago, from, a period when dinosaurs ruled the earth. I don't understand how one could have lived until now without any other, similar animals to breed with. I don't think that there could be any existing members of the family left. So that's one reason. Another reason is, searching for such a creature in an ocean, that's quite a challenge. But this is just one lake. If there really was one, I think they would have found it by now. Other than that, I think people really just like to, prey on this sort of thing when it appears. One person thinks they see something, and then everyone else thinks they see something. Group psychology thing. But even so, if there's just one, I don't know how many years it could have, it could live, and I just don't know where it could have come from in the first place. There's, yes, a long time ago, Lake Champlain was probably connected to other bodies of water, but now it's really not. Nothing that could transport such a supposedly large creature, so I don't know how it could have gotten there and lived this long, at least.
One way Champ could have gotten to the lake is when it was part of the sea. 15,000 years ago, glacial meltwater collected in the basin and formed Lake Vermont. 1,700 years later, the rising Atlantic Ocean flooded the St. Lawrence and Champlain Valley, transforming Lake Vermont into the Champlain Sea, a saltwater bay which had beluga whales. Freshwater returned, and it turned into Lake Champlain after that. I had a lot of things to ponder. I had a lot of facts, but, no real hard evidence. Then, it hit me. I had to go find an eyewitness.
Why do I believe in Champ? October 2nd, 2008, North Beach. Couldn't have been a whale. No whales in the lake. Saw it myself. Saw huge fin start to rise out of the water, followed by his long neck and head coming out. You can call me a liar. You can call the other 300 witnesses a liar. But I saw it with my own two eyes. There's no way it was anything normal in a lake.
How was it swimming?
It was rising up out of the water.
It rose up out of the water?
Rose up out of the water.
Oh.
Not fully, obviously, but its head and fin. There's nothing else in that lake that could be like that, right?
No.
I'm no marine biologist, but I don't think all 300 of us witnesses are crazy.
Maybe we'll never know what secrets Lake Champlain has to offer. Until then, I encourage you to go seek Champ. Or better yet, maybe he'll seek you.
dove into into that freezing sea with a parasite attached to me.